Hey everyone, it's Mr. Wolfe here, and in this video I'm going to be starting off problem number 2, just in case you all need the guidance. So in this problem I have carbon dioxide and water, and those are my reactants, and those atoms are going to rearrange and form the molecules methane and oxygen. Those are my products. So what we want to do when modeling this process out is we want to model to show how this reaction would go down, but we also want to keep in mind our big rules of science, that mass can't be created or destroyed, or that energy cannot be created or destroyed. So let's first start off by it says we have carbon dioxide, so let's draw carbon dioxide. 1 carbon and 2 oxygen, it said. 2 oxygens, it says. Now I also have to remember my rules. Remember, oxygen needs to make 2 bonds, carbon needs to make 4, and that's not happening right here. But if I make a double bond for both of these, carbon's now making 4 bonds, oxygen's now making 2. Awesome. Right? And it says that I just have 1 of these. So now I need to make water. So H, or 2 H's. 1 oxygen. All right, but it says that I have 2 waters in this case, all right, 2 of these, so I need to draw 2 water molecules. All right, so I've modeled my atoms. So what I'm going to do is, now that I have everything drawn on this side, is I'm going to total up the number of hydrogens. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to total up the number of oxygens. 1, 2, 3. There's no nitrogen, and it looks like there's 1 carbon. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to tally up my energy units. And so I want to be looking for any carbon-carbon bond or any carbon-H bond. Okay? And it looks like I don't have any of those in my reactants. Okay? So you might want to write 0 right away, but I would hold off on doing it. Let's just keep it blank for now. All right? And here's why. If I look over here, I actually already drew out some of the more complicated molecules like methane, and I do have a carbon H bond, So I do have some high energy molecules right here. Okay, so I would keep that in mind when we start doing stuff on this side too. So keep in mind, in our other example we did in class, we were breaking a molecule. It looks now that we're building a molecule. So think about what's required for that reaction to occur. All right? So a few things to go on is that in order to draw, we know we're going to have to draw an oxygen molecule over here. So we'll start that off with. And here I have 2 oxygens. That makes 1 oxygen molecule. Now keep in mind, I don't know how many of these I need to make. All right. One thing I do know is that mass can't be created or destroyed. So I'm going to draw my molecules over here. 4, 3, 0, 1. And all I did is I just took how many atoms did I have here? I know I'm going to have the exact same amount on this side. The only difference is that my atoms have just been rearranged. So I'm going to make sure to add any oxygen molecules if I need to. So I'm not going to draw anything else extra here. I'm going to have you guys try that out. One thing to keep in mind though is that I have these 4 high energy bonds, so think about how many energy units we would have here, what type of energy that is, and then what that tells me about what I should add on this side and also draw on this side. So that's all I'm going to give you. Hopefully this was a good start and you guys can work out the rest of the problem.